Okay, first of all, thanks for having me. I'm very happy to be with all of you. Those of you I've already met have been fantastic. The rest of you, we'll see. So, do you mind if I give you a test? How many of you like do you like tests? Are tests inspiring? Excellent, excellent. By the way, if you get multiple answers when you're training, just say excellent, it works. Okay, so here's the test. I think you guys had a kickoff keynote with Violaine, right? What was that about? Who can give me a short 5-word or less summary? What was that about? Before I turned 30. Okay, we'll move ahead. Julie, do you guys remember Julie? Okay, give me a summary for Julie's. Instructional analysis, right? Right? Good. And after Julie, we had Conrad. Conrad was next, right? Do you remember what Conrad's topic was? Key moments to learn, right? Applying it on the job. What about Will? Just a real quick test. Does he like them or not? Excellent, right? Okay, and then we had Dorothy, right? What was her topic? Right, translating the training into skill application, right? Right? Good. I'm not going to talk about any of those things. I'm going to focus on the inspirational side of learning. How do you take and create an inspiring learning environment? Now, for me, that's synonymous with motivation, which is kind of my favorite topic. Okay? Any questions about that? All right. By the way, you're going to see me do this a lot. That's because the flipper's on my wrist. So here's our agenda. I'm doing the hello part now and the overview. Then I have 9 secrets that I've already given you. Did any of you look at them? That's too bad because I rewrote them all. No, I'm just kidding. So I have 9 secrets and a bonus 10th. Then we're going to do activities throughout that. And then I'll do a quick Q&A because by that point you probably want to go drink and eat. And then we'll say goodbye. Okay? So that's the agenda. All right, can I have everyone stand up? I'm going to put the mic down just for a second, but I'll talk loudly so it picks me up. All right, here's what I want you to do. Everyone take your hands, put them out like this. I'm going to ask everyone to simultaneously clap. So I'm going to say 1, 2, 3. Hold on. When I say clap, I want you all to clap. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So 1, 2, 3, I say clap, you
Clap.
Good. Are you ready?
Yes.
All right. 1, 2, 3. Clap. Okay. Don't sit down yet because that was horrible. How many of you have PhDs? Ha! How many of you are MDs or have master's degrees? Got all of you too. You're all smart people. How can you not follow instructions? Let's try this one more time. Are you ready? By the way, anyone want to take bets I get half of you still? No. All right, let's try it again. 1, 2, 3. Clap. Oh, it's not over there. Okay, have a seat. This brings us to secret number 1. People will never do what you tell them. They do what they see you do. So as a trainer, how many of you are trainers, by the way? How many of you are instructional designers? How many of you are not really supposed to be here, but you like the food? All right. The trick is with secret number one, it is so important for us as trainers, designers, administrators of training to create an environment where we model what we're preaching. You have to walk the talk. Too many times as trainers, we tell people, we want you to evaluate. We want you to create interactivity. Have you ever seen people who talk about interactivity in their training? And then what do? Slide 87, slide 112, right? And they don't model it. You want to inspire learning? The first thing you got to do is walk the talk. You buy that? Okay, good. Guess what? Stand up again. Okay, you ready to learn about secret number two? Okay, this is gonna look stupid. I just need to warn you. You're not filming this, are you? Oh well. Maybe aim over here. Okay, I'll tell you right now. We did this with the UN Security Council, so don't feel bad. They looked much worse. Okay, everyone take their finger and point it up at the ceiling. Okay, good. Now make a big circle clockwise. Go clockwise. Everyone knows the way a clock goes, right? Go clockwise. Good. Everyone go, stop. Now bring your finger below your chin. Okay. Good. Go clockwise again. Good. Huh? Clockwise. Clockwise. Good. Everyone got it? All right. Now, here's what I want you to do. Take your finger, that big circle clockwise. Everyone keep going clockwise. Bring your finger down slowly. Keep going in the right direction. Now bring it below your nose and look down. Hey, what direction are you going in? You didn't follow instructions again? Okay, why? What's the difference? Hold on. Who are you? Who are you? You must be. Who said? He didn't say it. I heard you. Hardeep. Yeah. Okay. You know what? It's the right answer. Claim it. All right. So Hardeep, what was the answer?
Perspective. Yes, it's where you stand.
Exactly. Exactly. So secret number two is actually about how you find meaning. What's meaning for learners? It's about the perspective they have. How can I connect what I'm teaching? Oh, you can sit down. How can I connect the meaning of what we're teaching to the participants? Well, the way you do that is you find the connector. You find their perspective, and you make sure you marry the meaning to the perspective. Does that make sense? Any questions? No questions? Okay. Can I give an example? Absolutely not. What's your name? Stephanie. Stephanie, what do you teach? Or what do you do? I'm sorry, say it again.
Monitoring and evaluation. Organization programs, workforce development programs.
Great. And do you teach people how to do that?
Not as much as I could or should.
Good. What's one of the hardest challenges in your job?
Getting people to understand that evaluating every component of a program is nearly impossible.
Okay, so what's the challenge she has in her job again? Play it back for me. I didn't understand any of that, but I'm going to make it up anyway. What I heard them say is the hardest part of your job is getting people to recognize the value proposition of evaluation and recognizing that some things are going to be impossible to actually measure properly. Is that right? Good. See, you guys got it. Okay, good. Now, how do I connect the value of understanding that concept to her cohort? What can I do to get her cohort to see the value, to get the meaning, the purpose of understanding that measurement is tough and that they have to recognize that some things are going to just be unmeasurable? What can we do? Yes, ma'am.
You connect it to something that they value, and you figure out like it's what's in it for me from their perspective, how it would benefit their
Exactly.
priorities.
Exactly. We create that connection, that bridge. What's in it for them? That becomes the piece that I connect it to. So Stephanie, what did we just do with Stephanie right now? We consult with her. Yeah, we find that meaning and we connect it to her, right? By the way, she's never going to volunteer again either. Right? Does that make sense, Stephanie?
Yeah, I think I need like a scenario though. I mean, so what you're saying is then, if I were to ask someone to explain something to me and then act like I'm not getting what they're saying, maybe that would show the struggle that I'm having with getting them to understand what I'm saying. I don't know.
Well, let me give you an example with my daughter. So my daughter's been struggling quite a bit lately with a concept in math, in geometry. And she's really having a hard time understanding how to come up with a formula for an area of a triangle. And so one of the things they've been doing in her school is give the formula, give a bunch of triangles, and have them go through it. We hired a tutor for her. And the tutor said, let me show you how in real life this applies. And started showing her different shapes in real life, practical items like bottles or things that were shaped angularly. And getting her to see why, understanding what the volume of that area was, would help her. So connecting it to real practical aspects of her life. Then, how do we figure that out? So rather than here's a formula, do it, here's why you care. Now let's do it. And once she saw the purpose, she was totally committed. It was amazing. Because I can't do geometry. That's why I'm a trainer. Right? Does that help? Okay, good. Any questions on 2? Good. All right, by the way, speaking of my daughter, that's Leah. So she just turned 13. And I want her to help me with this next activity. Do you mind? All right, good. So here's what I'm going to ask you to do. I'm going to ask you to recite the days of the week. Now, I don't mind if you do the days of the week in your own language, but start with Sunday and end with Saturday. And I want you to recite them the way you would normally do it. And I want you to do it at this speed or faster. Okay, one more time. Here we go. Forget it. Okay, one more thing in training. Here's secret number 11. Always be flexible. Okay, can I have a volunteer? Stephanie, see what we've taught them? No. No, I would never do that to you, Stephanie. But this guy's avoiding eye contact. You must be Ashad. Very good, Ashad. Can you recite the days of the week in your preferred language as fast as you can?
Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Brilliant, right? Yeah. Right? Give him a round of applause. Don't go anywhere. Okay, that was pretty easy, right? Good. Should we make it tougher? Right? You're a well-educated man. Let's see how you do. I want you to do it as fast. Sorry. Alphabetically. Now, no, don't worry about it. There is no pressure. Just your peers are all watching you. Okay? As fast as you can. Go.
Saturday, Sunday, Thursday, Monday, and Wednesday and Friday. Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Hey, no help from the peanut gallery. Don't sit down yet. It gets more fun. Okay. So far, that's just challenging, right? You'd agree that's a challenge? You still having fun with me? Or you want to sit down? Okay, good. Let's make it more interesting. Your life depends on this now. Okay. Now, your life depends on it. You will be publicly humiliated. Don't worry. I want you to do it by the size of the word. And if there's a tie, alphabetically. And really fast. And if you don't get it right, you lose everything. Go.
Wednesday, Saturday, Monday, Tuesday, Sunday, and Friday.
Okay, I don't think that was close. But here's the idea. Hey, give him a round. What I was supposed to show you was Leah doing them first so you could see how easy it is when you're 13. But normal human beings, we get frustrated when there are tasks that we can't do. Some tasks, when we try and do them, we can learn and get better at. And they're a challenge. And when we're challenged, how do we feel about learning? We can get excited, right? But when we are too challenged, we get frustrated. Now, what if I asked you to just spend the next hour doing Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday? What would happen? You'd get bored. So somewhere in between, if we want people to be motivated learners, you have to balance between boredom and frustration and challenge people optimally. Does that make sense? Good. Good. By the way, how are we doing? Is this okay for you? Okay. All right. Anytime you need a joke, just say joke. 4 more seconds. 3 more secrets. I'm going to deviate and not do an activity for these 3. You want to know why? I couldn't come up with one. So I'm going to go through these quickly because then we have some more activities. Secret number 4 is really important to me because many trainers and instructional designers are mandated by their organizations to create learning that is consistent across the board. I bet all of you are told people in this audience need to learn what people in this audience learn, and so forth and so forth. And therefore, we translate that as the person needs to follow a script. What is said here must be said there. What happens at 10:42 must also happen at 10:42 in the other class. But people don't learn that way. Learning is actually a messy endeavor. What was your greatest learning experience? And did you follow a schedule? No. Did you follow a curriculum? No. Most of us, the things we do best, we didn't follow a curriculum, and we didn't do it on a schedule. And the reason for that is learning is a messy endeavor. We need to fail. We need to take risks. Sometimes what we learned best was something that was not even intended. Post-its. Robin loves Post-its, right? Who invented the Post-it? Anyone know? He didn't mean to, right? Failure leads to some of the greatest lessons we ever can come up with. And so learning has to be relied on as a messy endeavor. However, that doesn't change the fact that the goal still needs to be the same. So I don't want to take away from the idea that our objectives are flexible. Our objectives shouldn't flex, and we'll get to that. That's actually a secret we'll get to in a few minutes. Oops. Okay. Right now, who's learning the most? Me. I can recite all 9 of these secrets. None of you can. That's because I'm the one yapping. If you want your learners to learn, make them do stuff. The person who talks the most learns the most. My favorite thing in the world is to be a totally bored out of my mind trainer. The more I can sit down, put my feet up, and watch the participants do everything, the better trainer I am. Does that make sense? So be a bored trainer. Not a boring trainer, but be a bored trainer. Right? Get your participants to do the work. Okay? Obviously, this is not working. Okay. One more secret before we get to that. One of the hardest, this goes back to Stephanie. Stephanie, life always will come back to you. So your passion is contagious sometimes, right? So today I'm so passionate about motivation. I'm sure I could pontificate on motivational theories and structures for 8 days in a row. My enthusiasm, though, will bore the hell out of you. What I need to do is find a way to marry my enthusiasm to your enthusiasm. So the more we can create synergy between what I'm passionate about and what you're passionate about, the better. Okay? So, for example, give me a subject that is deadly dull and boring that you might be responsible for or might teach or might design for. That's boring? Huh. Okay, statistical analysis, great topic. Good. Are you interested in statistics? Somehow? Sometimes? Sometimes? Okay, good. How do I get or connect statistical analysis to someone else's passion? What could you do? Throw out some ideas. We got to find that connector. Secret 2 comes into play, right? And what else? Show them how it's of value to them. Good. So not just find their connector, their purpose, but show them the value. What else? Create some kind of way for them to engage with the topic that makes it interesting. Right? So one of the things that we do with statistics is we will give people a case analysis that directly relates to what they do and show them how the statistical questions pertain to what they do. We bring back the Stephanie issue, right? We bring it back to whether they care and how they care. Okay? So you got to marry those enthusiasm gaps. All right. You guys want to see a magic trick? All right. Those of you who were having dinner with me last night, I kind of blew it, and I did the trick last night. So don't volunteer. If you saw it last night, don't volunteer. Why are you laughing? It was a good trick. Okay, fine. All right, I need a volunteer. None of you want to come up on stage and see, it's because of you. Yeah. Okay, I know who I want. Oh, you're coming? Come on down. Good. Give him a round. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. Will you hold the mic for a second? Okay, don't look. You guys know how to play cards? Yeah. You're a card shark, I can see it. There. Okay, on this side of the room, I'm going to write a card down. Okay? Are you ready? Don't look. Turn around. You'll read my elbow. Okay, got that? Don't say it. Got that? Okay, afterwards, will you hold this? Don't let anyone see it. All right, are you ready? Give me the mic. Wait. He's a diva. Okay, Arshad. Good. I'm going to give Arshad an imaginary deck of cards. Don't drop them. Good. How many cards are there in the deck? There are 52 cards. Excellent. Don't play with any of these people. Okay, there are 2 colors in a deck of cards. What are they? Red and black. Excellent. Arshad, which do you prefer, red cards or black cards? Black is fine. Ah, can you see the darkness of his soul? Come on. Okay, good. Take the black cards, put them in your pocket. They are yours. You take them home with you. You like them. Don't take too long. They're imaginary. Okay, good. That leaves 26 red cards. What are the 2 red suits? Hearts and diamonds. Which do you prefer? Oh, he's a romantic. Very good. All right, very good. All right, good. So you, like the hearts cards, Will is really in need of some money. Give him the diamonds. Good. That leaves 13 hearts in his hand. Now, there are number cards, ace through 10, face cards, jack, queen, king. Do you prefer face cards or number cards? Number cards. Ooh, he's analytic. Good, put him in your pocket. Take him home with you. That leaves jack, queen, king of hearts in his hand. All right, who would you want to go on a date with? The prince, the queen, or the king? Queen. Okay, good, good. Oh. Not everybody. What did I write down? I did. Who said no, I didn't? Is that you, Smitha? Smitha. Queen of Hearts. Okay, it's back to my stage. Go have a seat. Good. How did I do it? How many of you know how I did it? It's very easy. Yes, ma'am. Total. Total. What did I do? Jill?
You gave him two options, and basically whichever option if he went for an option that wasn't the option you wanted, you find a way to eliminate that option.
Exactly. By the way, this is called total forced manipulation, or we call it training. So goal number 7, secret number 7, ensure you have a goal and that the goal is fixed. But the way you get to the goal should always be flexible. I cheat, I steal, I manipulate, I coerce, I threaten, but at all times they feel happy and don't know what's happening. Okay, make sense? Good. Can you give me an example where that might be bad? By the way, it works with children and pets too. Is there any time where it's bad to have a flexible journey to get to a goal? On ER? Exactly. Sometimes we need to have a procedure in place that's consistent. So where can we be flexible? In how we learn the procedure. There are times where I don't want you to be flexible. If it involves nuclear energy, keep to the protocol. If it involves someone dying, as long as you like the person, keep to the protocol. All right. But otherwise, be as flexible as you can. Good? Number 8. You guys like stories? Good. I need 5 volunteers, please, to come up on stage. Hey, where did my friend go? Where's Mustafa? Come on up. You moved. Come on up. He volunteered.
You first.
Yeah. Good. Smitha, you're volunteering, right? Good. Okay, who else wants to come up? Excellent. Sarah. I know Sarah. This is just whose names I remember. Good. Oh, this is a dangerous table. We'll avoid them. Edwin. Come on down, Edwin. And I need one more. Arshad, come on down. Good man. Okay, here's what I want we're going to do. This is called the story spine. It was invented by a theatrical improviser named Ken Adams. And Ken's proposition is that every story in the world, every movie, every book, fictional book, every TV show follows this format. So, for example, once upon a time, there were these 2 young teenagers who loved each other. Every day, they would sneak out to come together because their families hated each other. But one day, what happened? They got caught. And because of that, what happened? They went to boarding school. I don't think they had boarding school in Verona. All right? So because they get caught, the families now start fighting, and because of that, they forbid them to see each other. And because of that, the young man and woman get this stupid idea to kill themselves until finally they do. And ever since, the two families have gotten along. That's Shakespeare, right? All Shakespeare follows that format. One of the greatest ways we can elevate and make training inspirational is through the use of storytelling. You want to talk, Stephanie, about connection? Stories. Stories, activities, games. Get people to play. Tell stories. So this is a format. We're going to play a story game. I would like you guys to tell the story of next year's Teach to Learn conference. Sound good? But I don't want it to suck. So it needs to be, what should be in the story? Some conflict, right? Right? Some fear, some maybe romance, right? So put some oomph into this story, all right? And we're going to follow the story spine, and we'll do it one line at a time. So Edwin will start once upon a time, but don't go into every day, just once upon a time.
There were two fiercely opposing sides.
And every day?
They ate biltong. No, I'm kidding. Every day they argued and debated.
Oh, one day.
They got along.
This is the romance part. Just in case you didn't see it, through those subtle words. But because of that,
they became quiet forever.
Maybe not that quiet. I don't know. Arshad? Because of that.
End of the story.
It's not Romeo and Juliet, but anyway, you get the idea of how you can mechanically teach people to tell a story, right? This is, do any of you work with medical professionals? Right? Medical professionals hate to tell stories. This is a format to get them to do that. Yes. Now don't go anywhere. I'm going to give you a different storytelling activity. Okay? You want to see a different one? Now, in America, we call this game category die. But I'm not sure, given the audience here, die is such a good word. So let's say go to sleep. So can I have all of you yell, go to sleep? Very good. Now here's how this is going to work. It's a little bit different from this kind of a thing. It's a way for us to learn procedures, vocabulary, terms, technical information, and to validate that people are learning it. Right? This is a knowledge acquisition game. Okay? And it's a storytelling game only in the sense that it is forcing them to think and make connections about content. Here's how it's going to work. We'll take a topic. Give me a topic, any topic. Cars. Let's do cars. Okay? We're going to start with a car. Edwin will say the name of a car, like BMW. Maybe not, but go with it for now. I'll point to someone else. They'll say Toyota, then Honda, and we'll keep pointing. If one of them repeats the name of a car brand, you yell. If one of them pauses too long, you yell. If one of them just says, I don't know, you yell. Only with more oomph. All right, are you ready? Yeah. All right, we'll start with cars.
Ford.
Mercedes. Honda.
Porsche. Land Rover.
Volkswagen. Tesla.
Peugeot.
Aston.
Chevrolet.
Ferrari. Mazda. Mini. Suzuki.
All right, Mustafa. They're harsh. All right, one more topic. How about superheroes? Superheroes? Okay. Superheroes. All right, are you ready?
Superman.
Superwoman.
You finally get to sit down, my friend. Now, those are two examples. Now let's make it technical. All right, how about types of vaccinations? Can we do that? Measles, mumps, rubella. Okay, ready?
Measles. Mumps.
HP.
HPV. HIV.
For the win. What should we do for the win? Give me one last topic. Yes, ma'am. Okay, we'll skip this topic. High fashion brands. High fashion brands. Then you should have spoken up. All right, last one for the win.
Prada.
All right, good. Give him a round of applause. So, storytelling, game playing. This was a game. Prior to that, we were doing story. And engagement through activity is a great way to inspire. Other than these guys over here on their phones and computers, are you all engaged? Right. People get engaged through activity, and you keep them going. Okay? Use them. What's the one pushback you think someone might give me about using games and activities? Yes, ma'am.
I had someone say our topic or our subject matter is too serious to be playing any games.
Good. Don't call it a game. Call it an item processing method for statistically determining mathematically formulated perspectives of whatever. Yeah, exactly. Or we're doing cognitive neural pathway involved development. Okay. By the way, I'm told constantly that I'm not allowed to play games in India. That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. My partner's from India. I'm told constantly that the French don't smile. That's ridiculous, right? Right? And that you can't make jokes about people. Well, that's probably true, but do it anyway. But people in HR, training, we're told what we can't do often, which are also just reinforcing stereotypes. Everyone loves to play games. Everyone loves to be engaged. Everyone likes to be involved. Don't play stupid games, right? Stupid games might be stand up, let's get in a circle and make strange noises, right? In the 1990s, those were some of the best training games that came out. Don't do those. Keep the game pertinent and relevant. Secret 9. Now, here's a secret. All people think that we learn from experience. This is just bulldookie. No one ever learns from experience. If people learn from experience, my neighbor wouldn't have been married 6 times. People learn from reflecting on the experience. And so every time we do training, we need to build in time for people to think, to reflect. How do I apply this? How do I put it into practice? Make sense? Good. You guys ready to put it into practice? At your tables, you have 49 seconds to have a discussion and identify your favorite of the 9 secrets and why. Okay? 49 seconds. By the way, these are in your book. Go. Okay, this table over here has been done for 22 minutes. So, did you guys come up with an answer? What'd you come up with? Number 9. Sure, statistics show, research has shown that people will always pick number 9 because it's the last one. That's true. That's the one My partner wrote that one. I won't tell him you said that. Okay, who else, what else did you come up with? Three. Which one was three? Oh, it was your favorite. No, stories is not number three. Oh, you like stories? Stories, three, same word, sorry. What'd you guys come up with? Storytelling. Good. Other ones? What's the lesson here? Does it matter? It doesn't matter. But let's do one more activity. Actually, I have 4 more activities. Do you mind? Is that okay? Okay. Everyone stand up and find a partner. Find a partner. No triads. No ménage à trois. No, if you need a partner, come to me. I'll be your partner. Does everyone have a partner? Okay, good. Hey, Arshad, come on down. I know, I'll send you back. All right, get where you can see me. I'm going to show you what to do. I'm going to warn you. The last time I ran this, 10 people ended up in the hospital. So please be careful. Robin, are you insured? Yes. Okay, just checking. Okay. Now, here's what I want you to do. Take your hands, put them up like this. I'd like you to go touch palm to palm. But if you don't want to do that, it's okay. If you're a germaphobe like me, you can put paper between you. Put your hands together. Now, here's the deal. You can go back. You have 17 seconds or less. You win. If in 17 seconds or less, let me repeat that. You win if in 17 seconds or less you can get your partner to move his or her feet. You win if in 17 seconds or less you can get your, hold on, don't hurt him. You win if you can get your partner to move his or her feet in 17 seconds or less. Go. Okay, freeze. Remember the non-violent part? Poor Mercy got kicked. But in the process of kicking Mercy, she lost. Well done, Mercy. Okay, what happened? What's that? Some people assumed you couldn't move palms. What else happened? By the way, over here, you got almost tossed. He's strong. You were trying to hurt her. Wow. I mean, it was a little... Who won over here? No one won? I know. I watched him last night. Not very strong. So... Okay, how many of you got into a pushing contest or a pulling contest? About half of you. Who won? Did anyone win without having to push or pull? Yes. Come on up. Yeah, bring Heather. Okay, as they're coming up, you had an experience, right? What are you doing now? We're reflecting. Good. Show us what happened. Oh, hold on. Get back here. What did you assume?
Yeah. So we left our hands together and we decided after a count to jump at the same time. So all our feet were above.
What did you assume? What did they assume then? They both win. Hey, I called the other person your partner, didn't I? I never said this was your opponent. What else didn't I say that you assumed? I never said there was a loser. I said you win if in 17 seconds or less you get your partner to move his or her feet. Never said both of you can win. By the way, what organizations do you work for? Don't you people work for organizations that are all about collaboration and coming together, creating synergy? And look what you all did. Except Inoa. Okay, have a seat, be comfortable, put your feet up. You see? By the way, I can get you all day or all night with that one. Make sense? Right? So one of the big challenges with these secrets is these secrets take time to be internalized. We have to take time to practice them, to apply them, to find different ways we can pull them together. Cool, huh? All right. Very good. You guys want to see another activity? Okay. Everyone stand up. You knew that was coming. Okay, get where you can see me. I'm sorry, I'm putting the mic down again. They wanted to wire me up. I'm going to get an I told you so soon. So, all right, take your hands, put them out like this. Thumbs down. Cross over, left over, right. Weave your hands together. Yeah, there you go. Okay, very good. Take your forefingers. Good, good. Other way. There you go. Okay, point your fingers. 1, 2, 3, twist. Huh? Why are you rolling your eyes at me? Why did I do that? Okay, everyone relax because I don't want anyone getting hurt. Okay, you ready to do it again? Hands out, thumbs down, left over right. Weave them. Once, other way. Left. Yeah, there we go. Okay, 1, 2, 3. I don't get it. Obviously, we have a performance issue. Anyone know what I'm doing? What? Cheating is correct. Cheating is correct, but what am I doing to cheat? So, I don't really need to correct her. You two are perfect. Hands, thumbs down. When I go to correct her, I bring my arm the other way. Right? Okay, have a seat and tell me why I do this. Why does this matter? Why do I do this activity? And when would I do this activity as a trainer? I actually run this activity at the beginning of half my trainings. Why do you think?
It reminded me of your secret number 1 in one way, because we were following what you said and not what you did.
Excellent, excellent. So I wasn't connecting with you or demonstrating a connection. Good. Why else would I run this? Yes, sir.
Breaking down what's complex can actually be solved.
So things that are really complex, when broken down, are easy. Brilliant idea. I love that idea. Why else? You're rolling your eyes in a fun way. I like that. What are you thinking, ma'am? Jill.
I was just amused by it, yes.
Are you British?
Yeah, I'm afraid so, yes.
The Brits find me very amusing.
I think it's about the goal being fixed, but we can be flexible in the process.
Très bien. She's French. She doesn't find me as amusing and thinks I speak French like a Brit. Good. Okay, what do you think I wanted to do this exercise for? I think you should all never trust trainers. We all lie. In fact, one of the things I like to do in my training is to teach people that all trainers and subject matter experts have a singular perspective, and that it is up to our participants to challenge, to engage, to question. Oh yeah, sorry, got it. Right? And so I use this activity to demonstrate that sometimes we are off, and you should never trust me. Who the hell am I? I'm just some guy they found on the street. Actually, that's pretty true, isn't it? Actually, you found me on the street. Right? Okay, but so that was my intention in running this activity. Which brings us to secret bonus number 11. I still haven't given you 10 yet. What was, oh my God, Michael's answer? Really cool, right? It was a cool answer. And who else gave me cool answers? Jill had one, right? There were lots of great answers on why I ran this activity. It never occurred to me, none of them. Activities, when you reflect on the experience, you will get unbelievable fodder from your audience, which leads me to this idea that we should always trust our participants. They collectively know way more than I will ever know. And so that brings me to number 12. Let the inmates run the asylum. Sorry, that was 11. Always let the participants participate. That's why they're called participants. Right? Okay, so. Yep, I'm going to give it to you right now. Any of you know Bluma Zagarnik? Bluma Zagarnik is one of my favorite people. She's a psychologist. And many, many decades ago, she noticed in a restaurant in Switzerland that the waiters would go up and take these really complex orders and then walk away and bring them back perfectly. And she said, this is unbelievable. And she, after they were done for the day, she went up and said, what was that order that you did? And the waiter said, I don't know. But in the moment, the waiter knew. And so Bluma said, I got to do some interesting research on this. This is a phenomenon. And so she started to look at how people remember information. Make sense? So what she found was that when there's closure, what do you think the brain does? Closure, people remove it from their brain. So as trainers, what are we always doing? We end the sessions with closure. We do final closure activities. But according to Bluma's research, when we close out the content or close out the subject, we have what has now been labeled the Zagarnik effect, which says that participants will forget what you've taught them when you close the loop. And so what's the best way to end your training? Let them keep going. Training is never ending. So don't close your trainings. And on that note, I'm going to ask you to stand up one last time because I want to show you my version of a smiley sheet. So I'm gonna tell you this. As we end here, this is me. I'll leave this up. I give money back guarantee. So you can call me. This is my phone number. It's my direct line. I'm the only one who will answer it unless the kid gets the phone first. This is my email. I'm in Europe half the time and in the US half the time. I will always be available for the life of me to answer your questions, work with you through a problem, whatever you want. You get your money back guarantee. Okay? So that's my contact info. Here's the last activity. Everyone close your eyes. Hey, I'm not from California, so this isn't flaky. Don't worry about it. Okay, everyone open their eyes. Good. Take your hand, put it out like this. Bring it to your chest, tap 3 times. Don't hurt yourself. Okay, everyone turn around 360 degrees. Now, you should put this in your smiley sheet book. Okay? Now, when someone says, how was that workshop with Matt? You can honestly, truthfully say, it brought me to my feet. It opened my eyes. It touched my heart, and it turned me all around. And that's all I'm going to say because